Hi everyone, this is Heather Lautinen from the Flourish.Academy. This is episode 443. So this week at the FA, I had 2 free classes that I hosted live online. One was about starting a business and the other was about pricing mistakes I see photographers making. If you registered for those classes, then you have the replays and you should definitely check it out. I want to address one of the questions that came up, but first, if you didn't see, I have a very limited time discount on the Pricing for Profitability course that's offered through the FA. I'm going to post the link below. Make sure you check it out because that coupon is expiring very, very soon. Okay, so the question was, how do you handle friends and family who are asking or expecting a discount or a free session? And the person was asking me what my approach was for that. So of course, I answered the question with a question. So if your family or friends come to you and they say, can you photograph X or whatever it is, whether that's an event or they want a portrait session, are you assuming that they are asking you to do it for free or for a discount? Or did they actually say, I expect you to do this for free or discount? Now, from a lot of people that I talk to, usually it's we, the photographer, are assuming that our friends and family are asking us to do it for free at a discount when that's not at all what they said. They just asked if we could photograph a certain event. To which case you say, yes, I can. Here's my rate. So if you are thinking that they are expecting you to do it for free or a steep discount, are you sure about that? I mean, did they actually physically say that to you, or do you just assume that? That's kind of dangerous because they may not be asking that at all. In fact, they might be happy to pay or expecting you to say, hey, here's the price. For some reason, most of us are assuming they're asking us to do it for free, and I just don't think that that's the case. So this is about establishing, number one, boundaries and saying, yeah, I would love to do that. Here's my rate. And then the family member or friend has the option to say yes or no to that. Listen, I have never, let me think about this. I don't want to misspeak. In 16 years, I have never forced someone to pay me. If I give them my rate and they choose to hire me, fantastic. And if they don't, that's good too. If you really need to set some boundaries with some people that you honestly feel are taking advantage of you, and hold on, make sure this taking advantage is not just made up in your mind. Like they actually said to you, I expect you to do this for free. It is completely appropriate for you to say, no, I'm not doing that for free. This, again, is about communication. We talk a lot. We just did our weekly Q&A. We talked a lot about communication. I decided to set some boundaries very early on with my family. My mom there's a total of 8 of them, so 7 siblings, which means I have a ton of cousins, and a lot of them are younger than me. So when I started my career in wedding photography, we were at a family picnic, a reunion, and I said, hey everyone, hey, I brought my camera, I'm taking photos. They all knew I love to take photos, but when you get married, do not ask me to photograph your wedding. Don't do it because the answer is no. I want to be a guest. I want to enjoy myself, and I will gladly help you find someone to take photos, but I'm not doing it. Now, if they ask me to take photos like family photos, if I am available to do so, and by the way, just because they ask you, they say, can you take our family photos? They are not saying necessarily, can you take our family photos for free? I think some of you are attaching that to the end of it on your own, and they're not actually asking that. So if my cousins or friends say, can you take our family photos? I will look at my schedule, and if I have time, I will say, absolutely, here's my rate. If I choose to discount that for them, that's completely up to me, but they're not asking for that. And usually I will, by the way, if I have time, if it fits. And if it doesn't fit, I say, thank you so much for thinking of me. I have some friends that have more availability than I do, and they do that type of shooting. You can contact them, and they would be glad to help you. Okay, Raina says this literally happened to me today. Could you please let me know exactly what literally happened to you today? Someone, friend or family, asked you to take photos. Did they ask you for a discount? Did they ask you to do it for free? And then what did you say? I can't imagine them trying to take advantage of you. I can't imagine you allowing it. So my guess is you probably just told them either, yes, I can, and here's the price, or no, I'm not available at this time. That's completely up to you. But if you're getting upset because you feel like your friends and family are taking advantage of you. I implore you to look inward. You teach people how to treat you. So maybe they're not taking advantage of you. Maybe they're just asking and you're assuming that they're taking advantage of you. This is a dangerous game that we play in our own minds. Just because somebody says, "Can you take our photos?" does not necessarily mean they're saying, "Can you take them for free or at a huge discount?" Now, if you have a very close friend or family member that you wish to help, and maybe you know that you're not quite in their budget, and you have the time and you want to figure out a way to do it and you want to do it for free, then that's completely up to you. You can do that. I have friends that I like to photograph for, so I will use them in mentoring sessions or workshops so they get free photos, but I'm making money by teaching other photographers. Raina says, "My cousin is getting married again. Last minute wedding reception. My aunt said, be sure to bring your camera." What did you say to that, Raina? So my response to that is, "Oh, I will absolutely bring my camera because I love to take photos, but I'm not going to be responsible for taking the photos of the wedding. You can hire a real, as if I'm not. You can hire a real photographer to do that because I want to be a guest at your wedding and I'll snap some photos, but if they want professional images, they're going to have to hire someone because I don't want to be responsible for that." You know, when I'm at a cousin's wedding specifically, that means obviously my entire family is there, including my children and my husband. I don't want to work in that environment because for me, I'm in a completely different frame of mind when I am a guest at a wedding. I mean, I even dress much differently when I'm a guest versus when I am the paid photographer. There's a complete difference. But that's on me. That's on me in terms of how I structure it, how I set those boundaries, and then how I stick to those boundaries, or I guess enforce them. Brittany says, "I asked my cousin how she handles family and friends wanting free shoots, and her response was, 'My friends would never expect me to do a session for free.'" How nice. And I'm telling you, I'm really curious. When your friends and family have asked you, have they ever said, "Will you take our photos for free?" My guess is they said, "Will you take our photos?" And in your mind, you attached, "Oh, they're expecting it for free or a discount." Well, that's not what they said. So just give them a number. Again, if you want to discount it or do it for free out of the goodness of your heart, then you may do so. But if you don't, you give them a price and then it's up to them whether they hire you or not. You're getting really mixed up in the emotion of this and the stories that you're telling yourself. And I approach it in a very business-like manner with compassion, of course. Raina says she was stunned, honestly, plus I'll be there alone with my kids. I actually didn't say anything. Okay, well, yeah, it's because somebody hits you with that and you're like, "Whoa, what? You can't even think." Now that you've had a moment to think and watch this video, you can say to her, "Hey, I'm going to bring my camera to snap some photos, but I have the kids. And so my responsibility is my children and having fun at the wedding. Would you like me to help you find a photographer that fits your budget, your needs, your date? Because I know a ton of photographers in this area and I'd love to find the perfect person for you." So I'd never leave people hanging. I would never just say, "No, I'm not doing that," and be a jerk about it. Of course not. I would either say, "Here's my price," or "No, I'm not doing that, and I have some friends that I'd love you to meet." And it's always worked out fine. I don't think anybody in my family or my friends, I don't think they've ever been upset with me that I've done that. I think when you do that, people respect you more. So hopefully you found this useful. Check out the Pricing for Profitability course. The link is below. Limited time coupon. It expires soon. I'll see you in the next video.